Yeah, I mean, given our population and where we fit in the global GDP, being the number 3 country at the halfway point anyways, we don't have to declare complete victory yet, but it's the halfway point, we've done extremely well. And I think our partners have a significant role to play in that. As you know, we're a channel-driven organization. And I think that the plan that we laid out, and that was kind of accepted by our partners a little while ago, called Canada 3.0, we've been executing and firing on all cylinders. So our unified communication business is doing extremely well. Business video is doing extremely well. Our data center and our unified compute system business is doing better than we'd even imagined. So we have a lot of areas that we're doing very well in. Our overall strategy around driving the business with 3 lenses and working very closely with our partners on that is also going extremely well. And so I think there's tremendous upside, even though we've done well. And we've been fortunate as a country, in all honesty, given that we have a resource-based economy, stable governments, a good financial system, we have foreign investments coming into the company, and so there's a really unique opportunity for Cisco and our partners to take advantage of this. And there are some challenges also coupled with that. The challenges include innovation and productivity. That low dollar for all those years masked a lot of innovation and productivity challenges. And with the dollar coming up, the corporations, whether it be small or large, have no choice. And I think a lot of the mid-market and the smaller organizations really have to raise their productivity, and as do governments. So I think we're in a real sweet spot there with our collaboration tools, which enable this productivity, and the business video and the collaboration, which is all coming on board. There's a huge opportunity for us, not only to drive business, but quite frankly, help Canada at a national stage, international stage. Well, first and foremost, keep the performance going, because we're hitting it out of the park. But in terms of the national productivity, I think one of the things is to really understand what this issue really is and be able to speak to it and how you could address it. Because innovation, people tend to take innovation and kind of blow it up. But really, you innovate with the people around you. You innovate with the people you deal with. Innovation is all around Canada, but to get it part and parcel of your organization is important. And we have the tools that help drive innovation. So using collaborative techniques, knowing how to put this together in terms of building a base foundation on networks, and then driving collaboration through that is going to be very, very important. I think one way you can always do this is lead by example. So I believe our partners have great productivity, we have great productivity, but as we work together, I think there's a unique opportunity for us to change, deconstruct our business processes, reconstruct them with the tools that we're selling, and change fundamentally the productivity between the 2 companies as we go to the customer. So if you look from the customer back in, it's a seamless view on people that are providing the solutions. And I think there's a real opportunity. And I've been talking to the partners this week. Everybody is going to do this. It's actually fun to do this, right? We're going to change the way we work, and that's important. That's part of our mantra. It's part of what we want to change the marketplace. Well, I think one of the biggest areas of productivity gains, a big part of our business, is in the public sector. So I'd say 2 areas: public sector and small business. If you talk to, I talk to a lot of my peers in large organizations, and they're driving very good productivity. I don't know of a large corporation that really has a big problem, because they've been focused on this through the downturn of the last couple of years. I think small business and the public sector have huge, huge opportunities, both from a cost reduction point of view, but also from demographic challenges. I mean, if you look at something like the federal government has, 23% of the people are eligible to retire yesterday, and 43% over the next 4 years. So there's an opportunity to change the business processes, use this technology, take cost out, and then, as the demographic shift occurs, have less people doing the same amount of work. And they're going to have to do it anyways, because there's going to be less people around to do it. So public sector, and of course our small business sector, which is so key to Canada. 65% of all people work for that. It's over 1 million entities. If we can make an impact on small business, and things like cloud and collaboration is going to be able to do this, then I think we have a chance to impact the whole country. Well, I think the cloud, part of the issues around cloud is really how you define it. It means so many things to so many different people. But if you listen to Padma Shibor, our Chief Technology Officer, and as well as Michael Kapalis, the fact is that Canadians overall as consumers are some of the biggest users of social media, biggest usage of IM, biggest internet users. Well, that in effect is cloud. It's consumer, it's public. And so Canadians are open to this, big time open to this. Now that has to manifest itself back into the corporate sector and the business sector. And that's really the next step, which is significant. So I think that cloud adoption is going to be high. I think it's inevitable, but it's how you define it. And so there is no real measuring stick to say that one country is better than the other. Is very difficult to say, because I just gave you a proof point that says we're the best in the world at using public clouds.